Hello, everybody. This is After the Journey. So, probably most of the people on this YouTube channel, you're kind of over the twin flame journey. You're kind of done with it. Either your twin flame came back, they didn't, or you're working on it. For the rest of you who are not over the whole twin flame journey yet, and you're going, what? What are you talking about, Kurt? The twin flame journey is never over. How can you say that? Right, if that's you. Not to worry, I'm still your guy for twin flame coaching. I'm still number one. I'm still dedicated to doing that. Go to the True Twin Flame Teachings playlist on my YouTube channel and finish your twin flame journey. Figure out what you need to do there. It is very important, the twin flame journey, so just focus on that for right now. This video is for everybody else. I realized I've got a lot of people on my YouTube channel, 105,000 subscribers or thereabouts. And a lot of you have been here for a long time. And I hear that a lot from people. Like, hey, I'm kind of over it. You know, what do I do now? Right? So that's what this video series is all about. Now let's talk about how to escape the matrix in 2024. How do we escape the matrix in 2024? So there's three pieces to this. The first one is focus on your awakening. Don't let up. You can't, it's not a one and done thing. It's a lifelong thing. You have to keep focusing on your spiritual awakening. It still has to be the number one thing. And we're going to talk about like exactly what that is. Okay? Because it's esoteric, it's beyond mind. It's not concept. That's never going to change. Spiritualism is never going to be concept or thinking or living your best life or knowledge or information or any of that stuff. But gosh darn, it's the most important thing, because if there's no awareness, if there's no intelligence behind what you're doing, it's pointless. It's pointless to do anything. So that's always going to be very important. It's always going to be there. It's never going away. You need to keep doing that. Okay, number two is going to be get red pilled. Take the red pill. And we're going to talk about how you can take the red pill on YouTube, which is kind of hard to do on YouTube. But I've got ways, I've got a workaround. Okay, so we'll take the red pill. There's a few different things to talk about there. Number three, you got to learn to make some money, guys. Got to make money. It's not going away. This whole idealistic new age conspiracy theory about we're going to get rid of money and we're just all going to share and sing kumbaya around the campfire. That's never going to happen, guys. I said never. Okay? And I don't think that's very hard to convince you guys. I've got a pretty smart audience. You guys are pretty smart. I think you know that that's not true. And it doesn't even need to happen. What really needs to happen is we need to get rid of greed. That's the problem. Money is fine. Money is just a medium of exchange, right? But being that this is a spiritual topics channel, I kind of have to address that because I get a lot of the new agey weirdos that buy into that kind of stuff. And it's propaganda, guys. It's a trick. The system is trying to trick you. Actually, that whole part about money's bad and we're going to all sing kumbaya around the campfire and just share and bartering or whatever. We're going to do bartering instead of have money. That kind of goes in with number two, right? Take the red pill, right? So, all right. So number one, the awakening. It's the easiest to explain, but it's the most important. What I tell people like about the law of attraction, 80 to 90% of your manifesting game is your Zen game. I spend a lot of time talking about that in my law of attraction coaching program. Manifest your dream life, right? My twin flame students, they usually end up signing up for that because what else is there? You know, learn the law of attraction. So this is always going to be number one, guys. When you had your forced spiritual awakening, you were selected. You were picked for that. I just made a video about that on Monday, actually. Right? Like, what is the purpose of meeting your twin flame? Yeah, it's your forced awakening, and you don't decide to do it. It decides you, right? You get picked for that, right? That's how that works. And it's extraordinary because of the things that happened in the aftermath, the Kundalini, the psychic abilities, those types of things. That doesn't just happen, dude. You were picked for this, guys. You were picked for this. But here's the deal with that. You know, it's kind of like your higher self or God or angels or whatever it is that is doing the picking. It's kind of like they said, all right, we're going to give you 40% down on this awakening. Why don't you just give me 100%? Well, because you have free will. I don't want to violate your free will. We're going to give you the bike with training wheels, but if you want to do this to the full benefit, you take the training wheels off, and in fact, you go trade that bike in for a faster one, right? We're going to give you 40% down on your awakening. You got to do the other 60%. We're not just going to give you that. You got to work for it. You have to leave behind identification with ego mind. You have to leave that behind. The first chapter of Eckhart Tolle's book here, The Power of Now, is called You Are Not Your Mind. You have to stay ahead of the ego mind, my friends. This is always going to be number freaking one. Always. Always, always, always. And don't let the mind trick you. This is a mistake that I see my students making all the time. It's like, I guess you would call it the mind coming in through the back door, right? Like, you're having an unhappy emotion, and then the mind says, oh, that's not spiritual. You're not supposed to be unhappy. That's not allowed. It's against the spiritual rules. You're breaking the spiritual rules. And so now you've got the unhappiness that was there in the first place. And you also have another thought pattern, which is unhappy about being unhappy. And it's like a vicious cycle, right? Well, the truth is, spiritual doesn't make you happy. It makes you aware. And that's all. And the mind might even look at that and go, well, what good is that? That's everything, guys. Who you really are. Who is that? Who are you beyond the mind? Who are you beyond the mind? The soul, yeah, right. But what is that? Consciousness. It's the awareness of mind. This is why you guys got to meditate every day, even if you don't want to, go meditate for at least 20 minutes in the morning. And I got to tell you something, if you've been on this journey for 5 years and you're only meditating for 5 minutes in the morning, that's weak. 20 minutes. 20 minutes in the morning, that's weak, dude. You're weak. Your Zen game is weak, bro. No, really though, you got to do more than that, guys. And I also highly recommend micro meditations throughout the day. So like every hour, take pause, get grounded, listen to the silence. Stay in your Zen zone, guys. Stay in your Zen zone. 80 to 90% of your manifesting game or your leaving the matrix is going to be your Zen game, guys. Consciousness is the universal solvent. If there's a problem, consciousness will solve it. Kind of like vanilla ice, right? I call that the vanilla ice principle. So that's always going to be number one, guys. You were given 40%. That's a big chunk. Think about like an investor that's looking for money to start a business, right? That's a big chunk. 40%, but you got to do the rest, guys. You got to do the rest. You have to maintain, you have to stay above the ego mind, and don't let it trick you. That's why an Eckhart Tolle video a day keeps the thinking away. Or Rupert Spira. If you want some excellent top-notch spiritual teachers who are going to teach you real spiritualism, not the pop culture, new agey, woo-woo healing stuff on the internet. That's not spiritualism, okay? Genuine spiritualism. Go to the channels menu of this YouTube channel, and there are trusted spiritual teachers there that can help you. Go read, you know, Ram Dass books or Alan Watts, right? Go read Autobiography of a Yogi, Paramahansa Yogananda, right? Really, watch a Rupert Spira video every day, guys, at least one. Eckhart Tolle, watch one a day. Meditate. All right, enough of that. So number 2, taking the red pill. So we already kind of talked about some of that stuff. It's kind of easy to understand when someone is trying to shove the blue pill down your throat. You know, from that movie, The Matrix, do you want the blue pill or the red pill? The red pill is the truth, the blue pill is the lies. So here's how you can tell when someone is trying to shove the blue pill down your throat. If it's like polarized, like think about like the way politics is today. It's all horseshit, all of it, 100% of it, all of it. Guys, it's all pick a side. Where if you say, you know, like there's this whole thing where people, lots of people, like they hate Donald Trump, right? And then other people, they love Donald Trump. Well, what if you like Donald Trump and somebody who hates Donald Trump, what if, no, let me start over. What if you're somebody who doesn't care, right? What if you're somebody who doesn't care about Donald Trump or whoever the other person is now, was Kamala? Let's say you're somebody that doesn't care and you go, yes, there's this one thing that Kamala Harris said that I don't like, right? Maybe you actually even agree with a lot of the stuff she says even, but there's this one thing that she said that you don't like, right? So what is the Trump hater gonna say? They're gonna say, oh, so you love Donald Trump, huh? And you're like, no, actually I don't love Donald Trump. I don't like any of them. So you understand what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how that works. Oh, well, so you like seizing everybody's firearms. You want to take everybody's guns. Oh, so you're pro-Hitler, huh? You know, because how Hitler did that, right? Hitler, he took everybody's guns. So just, I mean, this is probably a bad example. Now I'm going to get a bunch of you guys in the comments fighting over politics. Don't do that. I'll block you if you do that. This is not a place to talk politics. It's just an example, right? I'm just trying to get you to think here about how this works, like polarized politics. Like if you don't really subscribe to any one side, you're going to maybe think differently about all the different issues from both sides. You might agree with some of the stuff over here, and you might agree with some of the stuff over here, right? But if you tell that to somebody, they're going to go, oh, so you love Kamala, huh? What are you, a socialist? Right? And I don't know, maybe you are a socialist, but whatever, that's your prerogative. The point is, guys, the way that the Matrix tries to control us is to get us to fight over these polarizing issues, right? It's like if you can't think one way, like on one issue that's different from the herd, from the mob, right? You're not allowed to do that. And if you do, then you definitely love this person over here. This, you know, take all the guns away. Oh, what do you like, Hitler now? You're a Hitler supporter? You know, people say stuff like that. It's stupid. It's really childish too. But it's inside the box thinking, and it's something that any spiritually aware person should be able to see right through. All of you guys watching should be able to do this. You should be able to identify red pill or blue pill thinking. You should be able to do that. And it could be anything. It could be like the environment, right? Like Greg Braden is always ringing alarm bells about the whole climate change narrative and how, well, the climate maybe is changing, but it's not changing because of stuff humans are doing. And by the way, there's a corporate agenda. It's like big corporations that are trying to make money and take our human rights away by pushing the climate change agenda. Did you know that? Did you guys know that? Did you know they want to eliminate your human rights and they are using the climate change narrative to do that? Now, Because I noticed, and Greg Braden, he also noticed that that is going on. I guess he hates the environment and he thinks we should all drive gas guzzling cars and we should just dump toxic waste into the oceans, because he figured out that there's no human caused climate change. I'm probably going to get one of those Wikipedia things at the bottom of my YouTube video now, because the system is always lying to you and trying to trick you. And Wikipedia is not even a real encyclopedia. And it's basically one guy that runs the whole thing, right? And he's got his own bias. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, is you need to start seeing through this kind of stuff. You need to think outside the box, you guys. And you need to stop fighting with your neighbor. You need to stop arguing with people about this stuff. So there is an agenda to deny you of your human rights, and they want you focusing on this one little tiny circle, this one little tiny circle called political crap. It's all polarized, it's all gaslighting, it's all, if you don't like this thing, then that must mean you're a Nazi or something like that, right? They want you focused on this little circle. And it's because there's this big circle out here that they don't want you looking at. They don't want you talking about that, okay? So come over here if you want to learn more about this stuff. I hope I don't get in trouble on YouTube for saying this stuff. I'll probably be fine. I'll probably be all right, right? But this is another video platform, just like YouTube, where they let you say whatever you want. And I have a channel over here. I put together a special video program. Go check it out. So my channel over here, it's called New World All-Star. All-Star is one word. Don't type all and then space and then star. It's All-Star. New World All-Star. One word. Type it in like that on this platform. It's like this. .com. .com. You got it? Go find me over there. I put together a special video program to explain how to escape the mental matrix. And it's spiritual. This is spiritual warfare, guys. Okay? They are trying to trick you. And by the way, very important, they have names. And I'll show you their picture and everything. It's not just some mysterious they. Who's they? It's this mysterious group of people, right? No, and this probably isn't a surprise to most of you guys watching. Okay, number 3. You guys, you gotta learn to make some money. You gotta, I don't know, man, finish your college, get a better job, get a job that pays you 6 figures. You know, don't be lazy. Start a business, whatever it is. Guys, you can't do anything without money. And, you know, there's all this talk about like universal basic income. We're going to give everybody free money to live off of. It's a nice sentiment. I mean, it's nice that we want to help people, but it's a slippery slope, you guys. They want you to be under their control. Again, I can tell you who they are, and it's spiritual warfare. It's spiritual. They have like a secret ceremony where they get together and they do weird shit, and they think that they are like casting a spell. Whether they are or not, you know, I guess you could debate that, but that's what they think they're doing. And these are the same people that run the world. They have this weird like cult thing that they're doing, and they also hoard all the world's wealth, okay? So they want you to be trapped in their little economic system. You got to escape, guys. You need to learn how to make money. You need to learn how to think differently. Maybe start a business. I've got just the thing, guys. If you want to learn how to think like an entrepreneur, if you want to start a business, you could start a brick and mortar business. You could start an online business. I own 2 businesses, guys. I make a bunch of money. I've got 3 employees. I'm always traveling. I'm doing the thing called live your best life, right? I am. And it's because I think differently about money and about business. And I got good news for you. I'm teaching people how to start businesses. It's conscious business coaching for spiritual people. It's called Escape the Rat Race. All you have to do is schedule your discovery call with me. It's a free 15-minute discovery call. There's a link down below. Click the link to schedule your call, and we'll see if you're a good fit for my program. But however you do it, even if you just get a better job, you got to do it, guys. You got to escape the matrix, and there's no other way to do it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with money, but here's something that is just so hard for people to hear. This really pisses people off. I hope, here's your trigger warning, okay? Are you ready? Okay, here it goes. Nobody owes you anything. And you don't owe anybody else anything either. But nobody owes you anything, guys. And if they're going to be giving you free universal basic income, I wouldn't take it. That's like when the devil wants you to sign a contract to sell your soul, and you're saying okay and you're signing it. That's if you take that money from them, from the system. Fuck that. I'm not going to join evil, and neither should you. Guys, escape the matrix. You can buy your way out. Really? Is it right? No. But you're powerful. You can do it, and you should. And I believe that it is going to be people like us that are going to be the progenitors of the new earth. The first thing we're going to have to do is figure out how to get economically organized if we're going to be doing this, if we're going to have some kind of a new civilization. And again, over here, guys, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just saying. So there you go, guys. That's how you escape the matrix in 2024. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.